Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason and today we're back with some more of The Witcher. Last time we accidentally finished chapter 2 and I guess we've started chapter 3. We woke up, Triss was talking to somebody in a mirror. She's been very secretive, we've woken up. Apparently, we got defeated in the last chapter, and we slept. And despite all of our sleep, we still have toxicity, which is an interesting little thing. So I'm going to start things off. We're going to slow things down a little bit. I want to inspect the room, take a look at the room, take a look at some of the things. I like this reflective surface. Is that supposed to be a mirror? I think that's supposed to be a mirror. It's interesting that it's not using true reflections. By the looks of things, it's just reflecting a static image in the background. But it gets the idea across. You get the idea that it's a mirror. You got to remember how the age of this game. This is what, a 2007 game? It's a bit of an older game. Let's see, what has Triss got inside of her trunk? No, I didn't get to go get all the books from the bookseller last time. Okay, let's see. Sorceresses and Sorcerers. A book describing the most important sorcerers and their influence on politics. And red roses. Okay, well, we will take the book. We will, maybe we'll read that this session at some point. Teleport at Triss's. Interesting. Let's take, I want to take a look around the room a little bit. So if, I'm assuming, if we take a look at the map, it says trade quarter. I'm assuming we were at Triss's house, yes. So this is her house, this sort of rundown sort of place. I would assume, though, she hasn't been here in a while, because she was with us not too long ago in Kaer Morhen, so... what is that on the ground? Is that water? Okay, I'm going to guess that is a bath of some sort. Teleport at Triss's. Oh, now this has an actual reflection. Maybe the other one has an actual reflection, but I just don't have the angle right. No, this one looks like it's an actual reflection. All right, let's take a look at the bookshelf. And there's another book on here, but we've already read that one. It's called An Invitation to Magic. Okay, so, you know, we can leave that one. However, I can't remember if books are worth a lot or not a whole lot. I'll take it. I can always drop it later. Alright, so we've got some stairs down. Before we go down the stairs, though, I want to see if we can get any more information out of Triss. I was in a bit of a hurry last time, because I had to go, so let's see if she's got anything else to add.
Geralt.
Alright, I guess there's nothing. I'll rest a bit and prepare. I am going to do that, though. Now, she did mention some stuff about magical anomalies, and we'll get to that in a little bit. So it looks like it's right after dawn. We basically just, we woke up first thing in the morning. I just want to rest a little bit to lower my toxicity. I don't know how much that's going to drop things. There we go. Got rid of my toxicity entirely. Just sort of meditated for an hour. Oh, and I didn't even notice that there was a little lizard here. That's a nice little touch. Alright. Wait, you look shimmering. Wait, this looks different than it was before. Interesting. Maybe we'll have to come back at different times of day and see. I don't want to mess with the teleport just yet. Let's go down the stairs and see what her lower floor is like. We got a wardrobe, bookshelf, the exit, and there's a locked door. I wonder what she's got in the locked door. Oh, there's another exit over there. Okay. A Cintrian Faro, a syrup-sweetened beer, favored by Cintrian seamen. Okay. My inventory is filling up quickly. I'm gonna have to find myself back at the inn to stash some of my things. So I'm guessing this is where she would eat things. Oh, you got a bird here. So she's got pets. Okay, she's got a lizard. She's got a bird. Don't forget she's into magic. This is something alchemical. I'm assuming. I'm guessing. I don't know. Bookshelf. Okay, so we already read that one, but we didn't read the Rivian pogrom. The story of the non-human pogrom in Rivia, during which the famed Geralt of Rivia perished. That sounds interesting. Maybe we should go ahead and take that. You know what? Maybe we should go ahead and read that. I kind of want to read that one right now before we leave the house and we go exploring let's go ahead and read that book. You know, it's been a while, so we don't know exactly where or when we necessarily disappeared. And I do want to look at the teleport before we leave the house. So there's a lot of stuff to do. It's at the beginning of a new chapter. There's always so many things to unpack and to go over. So first things first, let's look at this, the Rivian pogrom. Right click. So after the war, the people of Rivia were unhappy. Poverty was the plight of many, and most believed the kings and magnates had betrayed them during the peace talks, not by exacting reparations from Nilfgaard. By not exacting reparations from Nilfgaard. A scapegoat was needed, and as usual, it was the changelings, non-humans, and witches. Witches or witchers? Because there's a difference there. I'm going to assume there was no typo and it was witches. A mere spark was required to send a furious crowd into the streets. Anyone who seemed different was targeted. Dwarves, elves, and those accused of using spells were all murdered. People also used the situation to settle old scores, loot and rape. I admit shamefully that few were brave enough to stand in defense of the persecuted. Among those few was the famous Geralt of Rivia, who in seeking to protect his friends was struck with a pitchfork and died. There would have been more victims if not for the intervention of Triss Marigold. The sorceress sent a powerful hailstorm down on the crowd. Only that powerful spell could stop the rioting. What happened to the body of Geralt of Rivia and those who stood by his side, I do not know. This book adds a character entry to the journal. I'm wondering, is it our own character entry? Let's see. Yes! We've finally been added to the journal. Interesting. I'm kind of curious what it has to say about us. Oh, whatever, I'm just gonna read the whole thing. I was gonna I'll just read over and then sum it up after for you guys, but nah, let's read it. A book entitled The Rivian Pogrom claims that Geralt, known also as the White Wolf, died during a massacre of non-humans. The pogrom took place in the city of Rivia just after the war with Nilfgaard. Geralt was killed by an angry mob when he tried to defend the oppressed. The sorceress Triss Marigold and the dwarf Zoltan Chive witnessed his death. The Witcher's body was never found. That's 'cause we're still alive! Interesting. I'm wondering if that's a reference to the books, which I've not gotten that far into yet. I'm actually about to start the second book. I took a little bit of... I've got so many books on the go that in real life, much like games, that my next installment in The Witcher, I haven't gotten to that one yet, but I plan on reading that one very shortly. All right, let's go ahead and quick save before we touch anything teleporty. Teleport at Triss's. You've just found a teleport. Where do you want to go? To the Swamp Tower, to Kalkstein's laboratory, or I'll stay here. Interesting! Now, I'm wondering, is this going to be the means that I use to get around the town? Because there is that, the quarantine effect, in effect, right? In the Temple District. Okay, I'll stay here for now. I kind of want to, go and, walk around the town a little bit. I want to see if I can get to these places manually again. I want to see if I can, can access the docks, can get back to the swamp and all that. All right, so we're now in the trade quarter. This is going to be a different section of Vizima that we haven't seen before.
You! Stop!
Yes?
Your pass.
You're overdoing it with the passes.
Complain to the king.
He's returned?
No, but all new edicts bear his seal.
Farewell.
Interesting. Okay, so let's like I said, we're gonna take things slow. We're gonna slow down here. I feel, especially by the end there, I was just kind of running around. There's a lot of stuff to digest. So let's focus strictly on Chapter 3 stuff for now, because that's what we're on. We're on Chapter 3. Even though I believe we still have some active from Chapter 2. So I'm assuming, because, Chapter 1 is clear. I don't remember... I don't think the list was clear when we left. I think even our completed ones, they were still technically on there. So I think that once we're no longer able to do the Chapter 2 quests, they'll disappear. I'm making assumptions right now. Let's just see. What do we got? All the king's men. I met an officer who ordered me to show him my pass. Something's fishy. Did the king order Velarad to declare the state of emergency? Though I might want to stay clear of politics, I sense that's impossible in Vizima. I don't aim to look for trouble, though. No, that's fair enough. That seems like Geralt. So these are going to be our quests, or our objectives for this chapter. So far, we want to steer clear of politics. That's not going to happen, though. But it's very interesting that we may have a state of emergency. Identity. Triss can't restore my memory, even using magic. The sorceress advised me not to seek the truth based on what people say about the past, because I may produce a false image of myself. Should I trust my impulses, emotion, and thoughts then? Is that the way to rebuild my identity? Perhaps speaking with people who once knew me will help me recover my memory. Okay, so I suspect talking to her and to, like, Zoltan Chive, for example, he seems like he's a pretty on-the-level guy. He'll probably be able to tell me a little bit more about myself. But maybe, I don't know. The source. Triss Merigold asked me to set 3 magic sensors in 3 places in Vizima. In the trade quarter near Town Hall, in the temple quarter by the entrance to the sewers, and at the cemetery. Well, I guess that answers my assumptions from earlier. Triss claims the anomalies are causing more monsters to appear in Vizima. The sensors should help us discover the source of these anomalies. So I have to place the 3 magic sensors, one near Town Hall, another near the sewer entrance, and the third in the cemetery. Game of dice? Let me guess. Play dice. Yeah! Alright, a posh reception. Triss is trying to convince me to go to Luvarden's reception. It's due to take place on the upper floor of the new Neracourt. I've been invited to a banquet at the new Neracourt. Well, I might go to that. You know what? I probably will go to that. Because it looks like these 2 are the main quests, as evidenced by that, these little seals that say primary quest. Okay. So it's probably a good idea, like we learned in the last one, to mix our primary quests up with our secondary quests. So far, we don't really have a secondary quest that we can act upon. They seem to be more like, talk to this person if you see them, and try to avoid politics. So I guess we'll start with placing the sensors. Holy cow, there's a lot of stuff here. This noblewoman's just staring at us.
What nonsense!
You are! I caught you! You were staring right at me! Alright, so which way do we go? New place to explore. Advertisement. Is it the same advertisement we saw in the other district? Prefer hard and fast solutions? Don't care to strike more than once? Try the Terminator two-handed battle hammer. Ha! I love that. Okay, what's this one? We won't read them all, but a couple there. Into speed and finesse? Look no further. Try the Viroladian. No, try it again. Viroladian. Closer. Mini bastard sword. Featuring an extended hilt. Cool. Now the guard officer is green text. So we got some people playing music here. We got an entertainer. That's kind of cool. It's a jester. What's he gonna do? He's gonna balance the thing on his... Please tell me you weren't clapping for that. He had it on his nose for like, or his mouth or his face or whatever, for like half a second here.
Damn it!
Is that? Okay, that's not too bad. How many balls is he using? He's got what? 3? Okay. He's a serviceable juggler. Not bad. Let's talk to him. Hey, Jester, how's it going?
Why did they take Princess Ada's pony away from her? She would have found it difficult to digest.
What? Oh! At first I was like, why are you giving me this asking me this question? I'm like, wow, you're being upfront. But then it hit me. He's a jester. He's telling a joke. And I'm guessing Princess Ada was the one who is the what's the name of the monster there? Striga! That's what it was. I'm like, I can't remember the name. I have to go look it up. Alright, that's cool. Does he tell me a different joke every time I talk to him?
Why did they take... She would have...
No, it's the same joke. I still like that, though. I like the fact that they decided to throw a joke in there. And it's not like just some adaptation of like some modern joke. It's, you know, something that could work within the setting because, you know, that, you know, get it? The princess eats ponies. Or would eat a pony. Alright, so this area looks cut off. Why?
The state of emergency means we're watching types like you.
Serving the crown.
Alright, so that confirms this. We have a state of emergency going on here.
We want no trouble.
No, we're good. You won't get any trouble from me.
They told me to watch for those with a salamander badge.
Ah, you mean these here, right? Oh, it's a split one. But I've got another 13 sitting down there, so... I've got them, I'm not wearing them. Alright, well, let's see. Grab some Berbercane. So let me see. Let me see. If we're here, that's the herbalist. The new Nanacourt Inn. That's the gate to the temple quarter. Okay, that's kind of where I want to head. I want to go in that direction because I want to see if it's possible to pass by the gates over to that district, and if so, you know, like is the game just opening up a little bit? Temple gate. I find it maybe a little peculiar.
Why these barricades?
That they, well, maybe not that peculiar, but that they would wait until like the 3rd chapter before they really start to expand things out. Or maybe it's just like a joint chapter. Maybe just chapters 2 and 3 are kind of close to each other. Or maybe the game doesn't necessarily just keep opening up from here. I don't know, we'll see. The Order of the Flaming Rose. The Eternal Fire is our only hope. Don our glistening armor and fight for humanity's good and salvation. Members enjoy many privileges, including tax exemption, ooh, a generous share of booty taken from terrorists and enemies of humanity, free absolution granted by high-ranking priests, and extensive training. We want you! That's cool. Hey, guard officer.
Geralt of Rivia.
In the flesh.
What?
You managed to avoid the quarantine and gain official support. Martial law is in effect. Wartime rules apply.
I'll do my best to comply.
You'd better. Traitors taste steel.
Wait, so he actually recognizes us as Geralt? You know, this guy who's apparently, he's gone, he's disappeared. But then again, I've had 2 chapters to kind of make my name for myself. You know, like, check me out, I'm back from the dead. Well, let's see if we get some information from him.
What was that about martial law?
King Foltest has declared martial law in Vizima.
Why is that?
The plague's in half the kingdom, and monsters roam the city's streets.
And the quarantine and patrols aren't enough?
Never you mind.
Well, so we could fix that by killing the monsters, and that's kind of something we're good at.
I'm looking for...
I'm a high-ranking officer.
But I just wanted to.
Alright, Mr. High on his horse, I won't ask you any more questions. Let's just head this way here, and see if we can, maybe, yeah. I like this part of town. It's much nicer than the Temple District. The Temple District seems a lot more rundown, but then again, maybe the Trade District has got its own, we'll say bad part of town.
It's hot in this thing.
Gotta always grab some of those, things when you find them. The door to the Night House.
Yes?
Godspeed.
Alright, so basically...
Damn, it's hot in this thing.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't talk to strangers.
Okay, that's good. That's good advice. What's the Night House? Oh, man. House of the Queen of the Night. Oh, okay, I get it. So we got wealthy merchant, city councilor.
Everything was better before the Nilfgaard War.
Interesting.
That's what I'll do.
Huh. So we got wealthy merchants and city councilors are hanging out over here, so.
Terrible times.
You know, the initial... Oh, bodyguard.
We're closed. The Lady of the Night won't see just anyone.
I have something for your mistress.
You have something, you say, so go to a brothel and put it to good use. Shove off.
I thought this was a brothel.
This is the Night House, the best brothel in Temeria. It's not for vagabonds in leather rags.
I have gold.
You won't bribe me.
You won't bribe me, but... Take a look at this. Okay, I don't have a ring necessarily. I have something for you. Maybe we can make an arrangement. Okay. You know, I'm not going to start any trouble just yet. Right now we're still sort of scoping out the land, the lay of the land here. So, you know, we'll leave it be, but I did want to duck in here and see what this was.
I don't intend to.
What? That's not at all what I meant! Oh, freaking... Okay, fine. Yeah, I guess we'll...
Bastard.
Okay, I guess we'll just get punched in the face a couple times. Alright, well, guess we'll beat him up, because, sure, that's one complaint I've got, is that the game is not always very, clear with, what, dialogue choices mean.
I've got to kill you, you bastard.
Okay, let's just duck under him. Bam. There we go. Punch him in the gut and send blood flying. I guess I got spikes on my knuckles. That could happen. Ish. Little send off there, yeah.
I'm doomed. Come in.
No, I didn't want. I'm sorry, guys. Really didn't. I didn't want to. The game misinterpreted what I wanted to do. I didn't want to. I feel bad now. I was actually going to try to, like, you know, try a non-violent method. Darn it! Well, I guess I'll eat the strawberries. I'm like, well, my health is down. We might as well eat some strawberries. Wait. I just noticed something. As I noticed the little thing go over here, the vitality regeneration, I also noticed my medallion is shaking. It's detecting monsters.
That's what I'll do.
Not on the main floor anyways. So the one upstairs is the one to look out for. I should find an inn. So I can get rid of some of this crap.
Everything was better before the Nilfgaard.
All right, so I basically just ate everything that was in the cupboard, and I'm hoping that basically with the 3 effects, you know, I've got vitality regeneration 3 times. I'm hoping that I hope the effects stack. All right, let's try talking to some of these people before I go on upstairs. We'll start with the merchants.
Quite a pleasing place.
So it's kind of I can't figure out. Sometimes you can talk to green people, and you have more dialogue options. Sometimes you talk to blue ones.
Everything was better before the Nilfgaard War.
I'm gonna have to, we'll say maybe, I don't know, look up and see exactly what the colors of the names mean.
Gold will fetch anything these days.
You don't look like one who can afford the entertainment here.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just.
Hard work deserves a reward. This should be banned. For plebs. What?
Plenty of customers today.
Okay, this one here is identified a little bit differently. Let's try talking to her.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings, blue-eyed one.
What would you have, my white-haired lord?
I wanted to start out talking.
All right, let's speak. Giacomo Cassano claims nothing surpasses cultured conversation as foreplay.
What do you dream of, Blue Eyes? I'd like to spend the evening with you, or never mind, take care. Yeah, never mind. We're good.
Never mind. Take care.
Yeah, we're good. I guess we'll head on upstairs. I know I was like, I don't feel like getting into too much, but I already punched out the bodyguard. I might as well go up now. All right, so, you know, it seems like even the upper class places are pretty, I don't know, rundown-ish? Esque? They're not, well, I guess not really rundown. It's just, they need to hire an interior decorator. All right, so, you're the main person. I'm going to talk to the other people first.
My, that's a large sword.
Ah, innuendo. I get you. I get it. It's funny.
Talk to the Lady of the Night.
I plan on it.
My, that's a large sword. Oh,
yes, yes, I have 2 swords. All right, Lady of the Night, let's have a chit-chat.
Well, is that polite? Barging in without an invitation?
I'm here on business.
Then refusing to answer questions. The Geralt of Rivia I heard of was a courteous witcher.
Forgive me, madam. I lost my memory.
I know, witcher. I followed your deeds for some time.
Why the interest?
My lover, whom I've never forgotten, called you friend. He perished helping you battle a powerful foe. But that was long ago. What brings you here?
Let's see, who are you? You mentioned times past. See, now this is exactly what Triss was warning us against. It was almost as if, you know, in this chapter here, we're going to be meeting up with people who might tell us how they perceived us, but maybe not necessarily how we actually were. So it's that'll be kind of interesting to try to parse out who Geralt really is. It's a little bit easier, I think, if I were to get into the book, you know, books a little bit more to have, we'll say, firsthand, you know, we'll say accounts of the time before the games, to really sort of see who Geralt was. But he generally was pretty courteous. But anyways,
who are you?
I'm the Queen of the Night. I realize my clients' dreams, leaving them relaxed and content.
With empty coin sacks.
I fulfill their dreams, if only for a brief moment. And dreams are priceless.
You mentioned times past. Could you tell me about your man?
I never said he was a man. More importantly, you were a friend to him. Alas, Regis just drank too much. Thus we parted. His habit nearly killed him. Angry peasants attacked him. After he recovered, he led a loner's life. Until he met you.
Sadly, I remember nothing.
Don't concern yourself with that. I appreciate that at his death he had friends. True friends.
All right. Well, I really have no interest in, we'll say, finding another, hey, I slept with you card, so we're going to leave things there for now.
Take care.
Okay, so, I suspect we'll be needing to come back and get some more information from, them at some point. We'll likely... They're typically a good place to gather information from... You know, if I'm
no reason to be here.
If I'm thinking things through, you know, I would think, you know, if you want to get information on like the corruption on. Oh, you know, I didn't even notice my amulet. I should have been paying attention more to my amulet when I was in there. You know, you got rich politicians and stuff like that, and they're coming here. They are likely to. These people are. The Lady of the Night, for example, is likely to have information for us, and she's got yeah, there's a lot of shaking. Ooh,
I'd love a rest.
Interesting. They're shaking everywhere. Actually, no, I guess that doesn't. I'm curious. No, there's a mirror here. Basically what's going on in my head, I'm like...
How much longer?
I'm wondering... Because, okay, well, I know that the amulet can detect both magic and monsters.
I work too much.
And... you know, you can choose to switch between them. Whenever you're meditating, you can go ahead and, you can choose, oh, yeah, current mode detecting monsters. I can't change it right now. Now, when it comes to story things, though, they can be both monsters or magic, if I recall correctly, but I'm wondering, because it seems to be going nuts over this entire section of the room. So I don't know if I can center it right directly on her, or if maybe some of the others even are, I don't know, I'm getting paranoid, so now I'm thinking, you know, like, do we have vampires? I guess that would, I'll have to keep an eye on them. I don't know, you know, if, I don't even know if there are, we'll say, vampires within, we'll say, the Witcher world. I'm assuming there would be. You know, why would you have, you know, a monster hunter and not have one of the most iconic types of monsters? And I think that having vampires would be interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Can I go to the Temple Quarter? They will let me go to the Temple Quarter. Okay, so I can come back here. Have things changed too much since I've been gone? Alright, I don't want to come back here. We just got to a new place. I don't want to come back over to the, and start walking all over, you know, this section. But I'm kind of curious to talk to Vincent and see if maybe even the dialogue has changed. You know, maybe we're going over the same area, but, you know, there'll be different things to experience in this area as well. Let's see.
Greetings.
Any new monster jobs?
I don't handle that anymore. Talk to the Royal Huntsman. He's stationed on a hill near the new Narrow Court in the Trade Quarter.
Farewell.
Okay. All right. We'll probably be back to the Temple Quarter a few times. For the time being, though, I want to continue exploring the Trade Quarter. Now, unfortunately, my exploration of this new chapter of in the Trade Quarter will be coming to an end for now, because I am out of time. So we're going to have to stop things here. It looks like we've got quite a bit to see. Actually, no, a lot of this area has been blocked off. I wonder if we'll be able to get back there. I'm assuming at some point, you know, these barricades will come down and we'll be able to access those sections. But for now, yeah, we're being, we'll say, funneled into one direction. I think into doing these quests. We have a blacksmith and an herbalist we can access to. Watchtower, cemetery gate, Interesting. I guess
no reason to be here.
Based on where it's lined up, I would assume that that's also the same. It's the same cemetery, right? Interesting. Well, you know what? We'll check that out next time. I am out of time for today, so we're gonna stop things here. If you liked the video, you liked the content, and you would like to see more of it, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't, well, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comment section. And until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.